Hey guys, Danny Shea. Just want to check in and see how we're doing this week. Crazy, huh? So we had the Lionsgate portal, 8-8. Talking like I knew what it was. I didn't. Marianne, Revealing Light Tarot, spoke about it, and when I watched her channel, I went, oh, I missed it. But I didn't, because there's always a good time to make a good intention. So I made my intentions, and I'm putting them out there, and I'm thinking about them, and I've got my little crystal. So, when I was meditating on that, I thought about what I want and what my intention is. And it was interesting because what I got was, it's kind of like a tarot read. When I read for somebody and they go, I want to know my future. I mean, there's predictive tarot, but it takes all the power away from the person. So I want something, give it to me. I have no power, just whatever you give me. I'll be happy with it. If you make an intention, then it somehow, to me, implies that I'm gonna make it happen. And I kind of like that. If I stick with it. Sometimes I don't stick with it. And then I have to take what I get. And sometimes, well, you know where that's going. Let's dig into some cards, shall we? Okay. So last night my card was Heart of the Sky. As you guys know, I pull a card before I go to sleep. And there's so much good content on YouTube regarding spirit, regarding our well-being. Phenomenal stuff. And so one of the channelers, Linda G and Sterling, they were talking to your guides and how do you know and all this stuff. And that was my card that I pulled, Heart of the Sky. And for me, this just goes back to listening to my guides, to being in tune with them and staying in tune with them. And it's super easy and it's really hard. So it's like, it's so easy to do, but yet I don't do it as much as I think I should. Anyway, beautiful card. Look at that, Heart of the Sky. So we have our guides that are up there. Some have names, for me anyway, but it's a collective. But for my little brain, sometimes it's easier to talk to one person, but then they all start, it's this big collective thing that happens. So, we just got to keep working at it, keeping our intentions pure and clean. Speaking of pure and clean, here we go, down the rabbit hole. So, one of the news shows, he had his guy on, and he goes, this president, Donald J. Trump, works 24/7. Now, I don't think the president works 24/7. And I don't think he should take any more breaks except on Twitter. But then again, What's the fun of that? Oh, right. Let's dig into this a little bit. Let me refocus, please. Trump in this executive order. How's it going to play out to the people on the fence? Hermit reversed. So, not well. He's trying to shine light on something. He's trying to be big man on campus. He's upside down with this, though. It doesn't make any sense. Cross by the Magician. That's my card for Donald Trump. And it is upside down. So once again, I don't know how to shuffle. There it goes. So his magic powers are fading fast. Let me drop this down so y'all can see. So Hermit reversed. He's trying to shine some light on some things, trying to come up with a plan. His magic is upside down. It's not working these days. At the bottom is strength. He's trying to promote strength. He's trying to show, hey, look at everybody. But behind him is the Tower. So, and as the Tower is that the S show that our Congress didn't come together and fix this? Yeah, probably. Three coins at the top of this coming together. So this may have some unintended consequences for Mr. Trump, and I think it's going to be positive because you're going to have all three sides, the Democrat, Republicans, and look at it, it's even orange up there. It's got an orange tint to it. We'll all come together and hopefully bring some relief to the American people. Queen of Cups, it's not going to be what we want it to be. It's not going to be, and I've been saying this a lot, that it may come out like a big club, which I think this did, but it's not going to bring us all the calm and comfort that we really want with it. Externally, it looks like it's a win, but I'm getting more of this card coming together to actually come up with a plan that will work. Hopes and fears, Chariot. Moving on. And this is moving in two directions. So the fear is that they're going to keep moving on in that two directions, but we have the Star of Hope. So things are going to be good. They are going to come together in what I'm getting out of these cards. It's just been horrible in the past. But we have hope. We have truth. The truth is that people are losing their jobs, lost their jobs. They're going to start losing their house. And that is going to be a whole nother thing. How much shadow inventory does the banking industry have from 2008? They're still sitting on some bad debt, I bet. So they don't want this inventory. They really don't want it. Well, let me pull on that. So just going back over here, Trump's executive orders, the unintended benefit is that we're going to get people working together to come up with the right solution. Well, let me back up. Not the right solution, but a better solution than what Trump gave us, because that's going to take months to implement. It's a whole new system, and it just doesn't work. So, yeah, so let me talk just three cards real quick. Does the financial institution, what are they thinking about the looming foreclosures that's coming up on the market? What do the financial institutions think? Okay. So when I was shuffling just then, I heard they don't want them. It's going to put them in a really bad light, even though, you know, it's trickle up. So you have a renter or a mortgage payer, and if they don't pay that, then it goes up to the next person who owns the property. Now they can't pay whoever they need to pay, and it just goes up the chain. So what do the banks think? Whoa, they're not all jumping out. It's just my bad hand shuffling. What do the banks think? One more shuffling and let's go. What do the banks think about getting more foreclosure in inventory? Justice, Four of Swords, King of Wands. All right, this is the card that speaks to me. Well, they all do, but this one is pain. This one is take a break, take a rest. It's sickness. So with Justice backing off from this, you know, taking a rest, and the King of Wands, I keep going back to it. It's the King of Wands is just big, hard, fast news. So it's going to happen fast. The banks don't want it. You know, they can we just back off of this just a little bit? But the Justice card in the past, if people don't get their jobs back, then the balance is, well, if you're a renter, you have to pay the landlord. If you're an owner, you have to pay your mortgage. So that's the balance, and it's being disrupted. So again, they're looking for good news to come out of it. And I'm not sure what the good news will be, because it's too complicated. Maybe they should simplify it a little bit. All right. Let's get into, real quick, Tish James. I can call her that. She's a pal of mine. Okay. Tish James. She's got a bee in her bonnet, doesn't she? She is like, don't mess with me. Do not mess with New York. Okay. So, you know, it's one thing to take on Trump. It's another thing to take on the NRA. Wow. So, Tish, I just want to pull some cards on her because she fascinates me. She is fascinating. Okay. What's the 411 on Letitia James? Let's pull it down. What's the 411 on Letitia James? Letitia. She's busy. She's okay. She works 24/7. Letitia James. Really? Queen of Swords? Truth? Harsh truth. Knows her stuff. Really? King of Swords? Moving on, Chariot. Oh, the Emperor's behind her. Six of Cups. Truth. Battling a little bit. Look at that. righty. All right, I went a little crazy. I just was going to do a couple cards. So, Letitia, here she is, Queen of Swords. She is just digging into, she just wants the truth. She's just digging into this. And that what crosses her is the King of Swords. So, let me pull on, I'm going to use the Rider, no, I'm going to use my Scarab deck on the King of Swords. I just want to get a clearer picture of who's crossing her, and what I heard was Bar trying to hold this up, whatever she's doing, whatever her work is, and I don't know if it's working. There's movement at the base of this, so it's not like this is a stagnant investigation. Her office is not stagnant, obviously. It's got to do with the Emperor. The Six of Cups. Interesting that this is reversed, because we are not going back to what it was. She is going to be moving forward with the Page of Swords. So we have the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords, in the near future, the Page of Swords. These are established energies. This is a young energy, finding out more truths. And is there a misstep along the way with this? I don't feel that. Even though I think it's just, she keeps finding out new things. And it is a little battle. You know, as she keeps unraveling things, as she keeps going up this pyramid, she keeps finding out new things that, oh, well, that relates to this and that. It's this. It's funny because I didn't look at this card. Well, obviously I did. But it's this energy of the Six of Coins, the giving and receiving. But in this deck, everything is so interconnected. And so as she's battling up, getting more and more information, it's kind of making her head a little crazy, because it goes, oh, well, this rod here, oh, that relates to this, which relates to this over to here. You know, so she's doing this Rubik's Cube type thing to try to fit all the pieces together. Hopes and fears. She is juggling a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Does she tweet? Just ask. Does she tweet? Does she have time for tweeting? Okay. Nine of Coins. She is hearing things about financial gains. Oops, can you all see that? She is hearing things about financial gains that are, well, it's going to lead her into a new direction. Let's just go one more. What crosses this one? Temperance and balance. Is she trying to bring balance? Temperance? Is she just trying to bring the truth out and not worry about the balance? At the base of the cup, Seven of Swords. Thief in the night, someone taking something, sneaking away. You have the Star of Hope. Six of Swords. It's moving on to calmer waters. Eight of Cups. Walking away from an emotional journey. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So, Tish James, so much on her plate, so much truth coming out. It's a struggle because of all the interconnectedness of what he is building or built or tried to. She's going to see what we're not seeing right now is all the thievery. It's going to bring us hope. I got 2 moving away cards again. And I think she's going to be victorious. Thank you, Tish. Thank you for letting me step into your energy a little bit. All right, what do we got? 23. Okay, 23. So the mooch was on TV on Fox News with some guy, and I think he was British. Why were all these British guys on Fox News saying, you know, that they're kind of, again, being disruptive? They're not trying to pull the country together. And I'm thinking of 2 people. The one guy that the mooch had on, he was shaved head and skinny guy, kind of looked like Steve Miller. Not the good Steve Miller. Not the Steve Miller band. But, showing my age again. But Stephen Miller kind of looked like him a little bit. And then you got this other guy, what is it, Lou Dobbs, who's on, and he's like, the hell? Anyway, Trump started saying what a loser the mooch was. Twitter went nuts. Yeah, you pick only the best. How's this 24/7 working? 24/7 work week working for you as you're on your Twitter, as you're at your golf club. Breathe, 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 breathe. Okay. What's coming up this week? What is coming up this week? What is coming up this week? I'm going to pull 3 cards with this, and then I'm going to go with a softer, gentler, kinder deck. Whatever that means. Here we go. What's coming up? Nothing new. Well, there is that. So, we have Temperance, right? That's a good card. Need a little balance. That's a good one. We got news coming really fast at us. Fast, fast, fast. And with this deck, all the wands, if you look at it, all the wands, they're pointing to light. Keep our intentions clear and pure. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. So all this news is going towards the light. And there are 2 people in here, in this boat, that are moving on to calmer waters. All right. So, that was the week. Just a little heads up. And calmer waters for us, calmer deck for us. What? Let's talk about the week. Just again, what's going on this week that we need to be aware of, that we need to think about as we go on our day, as we say, should I turn on the TV? Should I turn off the TV? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? Spirit, if you could just give us some, what do you want to share with us? making little noises as I pull cards. All right. 7 of Wands. That's my Man of La Manche card. That means battling windmills to me. Pull this up a little bit. So, to me, this is more of a pick your battle type of thing card, right? Just pick your battles. A lot of times, you don't need to pick them. You don't need to fight. We have something new coming to us. We have something leaving, ending, and something new coming. And it's going to be good. So, when we're battling, know that we have something good coming. Why all the negativity when we got something good on it? So again, it goes back to just being in the light, being positive, staying in that good feeling, right? Knowing that somebody's leaving. Some thing, some thought, some process, some administration issues, I'm not going to say the whole thing, but is changing. It's changing to something better. And it has to do with that sword sticking in the ground. And to me, swords a lot of times represent truth. So when somebody pulls that stone, that sword out of the stone, we're going to get Camelot. That's what I thought. Oh, yay. Okay, 30. Real quick, let me pull an oracle for us to go on. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. You guys just make my COVID experience beautiful. Just want to let you know. So thank you. Thank you. I got big love for y'all. Okay, oracle card. Enough of that mushy stuff. Oracle card. What are we walking away with on this Monday? This one? Lightning. 8 of Wands. New beginnings. Good. So, expect the unexpected. And it's okay. Lightning can be beautiful. It can be destructive. It can give you a near-death experience. You know a guy that got hit twice by lightning. Twice. Wow. So, expect the unexpected. And this is not in political land. What I'm getting is listen to our guides. Expect more of that to be coming out, of them talking to us. All right. Have a great day, and we'll see you later in the week. Peace and love.